Time for a little disclaimer. This video has a little bit of a political vibe, so I thought I should say that all these opinions are mine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, so if you don't agree with me, that's okay. Thank you. For those who don't know, my name is Deborah. Today's going to be a bit more of a serious video. Some trigger warnings, I guess. Today's video is going to discuss suicide, mental health, and if you're not okay with that, I suggest you go watch another one of my videos because I do have a few. I'm a lot more chill in those, so yeah. Although I don't look as good as I do today, I'll be honest. Do you guys like my room? I just revamped it. Moving on. Today I'd like to discuss or just shed a little bit of a light on the suicide or attempted suicides that have been increasing this past few months, which probably has a lot to do with the MCOs and the restrictions that have been placed on all of us. These pandemic suicides have been a lot more frequent, with some of them even taking place in public settings in broad daylight. I don't know about you, but that is not common and that should not be common. A lot of these suicides have been linked with the spiraling employment rate of our country. During the movement control order between March 18 and October 31st last year, 266 people committed suicide, with 25% of them being associated with financial struggles and/or family problems. According to the MHC Medical Center, the 2019 National Health and Morbidity Survey found that over 500,000 Malaysian adults were depressed, with over 400,000 Malaysian kids suffering from mental illnesses. These staggering numbers were said to have increased following the COVID-19 pandemic. It's clear to everyone reading those articles that those deaths are just numbers and statistics and they have nothing to do with you, right? But those numbers, they were people too, and they could have easily been someone close to you, someone you love, someone you cared for. With all that being said, this leads me to my next question. What is the government doing in aid of all these tragic deaths? I mean, the citizens of Malaysia are dropping dead like flies. The government has to be doing something, right? Or maybe they're too busy coming up with new SOPs and new rules and regulations for a lockdown that really isn't helping anyone. A lockdown with no end date in sight, might I add. A lockdown that forces people to stay home with their family members, some of them even abusive, alone with their thoughts. That totally promotes mental health, man. A lockdown with regulations that don't help in decreasing the number of cases and is instead insisting that the non-essential sectors stay closed, even though that means thousands of Malaysians are left without a job, left without a steady income. But that's okay, man. They can take out their EPF money. You know, the money that they spent a lot of their lives saving up for their retirement. Yeah, they can take it out and spend it on daily necessities such as getting bread and eggs, because the government has failed in securing them jobs to earn money for today. Despite all that, I'm sure that the government still cares about its citizens' mental health, and I am sure they would help those who've attempted suicide seek medical and professional help, right? Wrong. Did you know that suicide is still considered a criminal act in Malaysia as of today? According to the Penal Code Section 309, whoever attempts suicide or does any act towards the commission of such an offence would be put into prison for a term that might even extend to 1 year, or be fined, or both, you know? Why give them medical and professional help when obviously what they're doing is a crime and therefore deserves to be punished? Let's talk about the criminalization of suicide in Malaysia. Section 309 of the Penal Code was first enacted in year 1936 by then Malaya. It has now been carried on up to today as some sort of colonial legacy. It was first originated from the India Penal Code, which was based on British common laws. However, back then, the research and the time put into actually developing and finding out the root causes behind these mental illnesses weren't really as evolved as they are today. Not to mention, there is no indication that those charged under Section 309 actually being able to refer to mental or psychological care. Having a law that criminalizes suicide would also demotivate or prevent people from actually seeking help because they're afraid of the legal repercussions that might come along. Who can blame them for being scared? In 2019 alone, a man was sentenced 3,000 ringgit of a fine for attempting to commit suicide by jumping off the balcony of his flat. He was also unemployed, so how is he going to pay that money off? Although he was only left with a fine, this really brings about the question of whether or not suicide should be treated as a criminal act rather than a human tragedy. This whole matter is being reviewed by the Attorney General's chambers, but as of right now, nothing has been set in stone. And as of today, if you were to try to kill yourself and fail, you might land yourself a year in jail. It's really an issue that makes my blood boil. Definitely something to talk about more, but on the bright side, the government has done a few things. Since March of last year, they have set up initiatives such as the Psychological First Aid Hotline, a collaboration between the Health Ministry Crisis Preparedness and Response Center with Mercy Malaysia to address this whole situation. With all these new resources, it's not a surprise that the total number of calls have been increasing daily. The government definitely has a lot to improve on and a lot to address, but real change begins with us. So I hope that whole section about me ranting with the government would change your opinions on some things they say and some things they believe in, and help you form an opinion on this issue yourself. With all that being said, I am very happy that these emotional support hotlines have been destigmatized slowly, because listen to this. Befrienders Malaysia alone has received over 4,000 calls in the span of 3 months in last year's MCO, and about a third of them are suicidal in nature. Can you imagine? That's over 1,000 people thinking about killing themselves in the span of 3 months. And you could know one of those 1,000 people, you know. That's just the reported cases, because a lot of them choose to not be reported due to the fact that attempted suicide could come with legal repercussions, which is still stupid. I have now put up a few numbers on the screen. There are a few links in the description as well for you to be able to seek help, counseling, or maybe just someone to talk to on the other end of the line that won't judge you like your family members or friends might. For you to seek help if you need someone to talk to, if you need help. Please feel free to seek help. Please be brave enough to seek help. Please don't keep things to yourself until it's too late, because there are people who care. There are people who want to know more about you. There are people who want to help you in your journey of recovery and getting better, because trust me, things will get better. And although right now it seems like you can't wake up of bed, you can't get out of bed every morning without thinking these dark thoughts, trust me, one day you'll be able to feel the sunshine on your face without worrying about when the night will fall. So please hang on, hold on, and reach out. There will always be someone there to catch you. Sometimes some of us need to raise our white flag and realize we need help. As for those of us that are currently stable in mentally stable, thank you so much for being here, and I'm proud that you've come to a place in your life where you can now help others the way you were helped. So please, 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 we need to start talking more. So talk to your friends, talk to your family members, to the people you know are struggling, financially with their families. I'm sure you have a friend that just don't smile as wide anymore. Please reach out to them. Please care for them. A reminder to be gentle to one another and to be sensitive of what you post on Instagram and on Twitter, on social media. Don't repost things you know will trigger people, or if you're gonna post something of that nature, give a trigger warning, you know? And just be mindful of the words you say, and the things you post, because you could either be speaking life into someone's situation, or you could be just another reason why they don't want to be on this earth anymore. I know I've not been the best friend these past few months, especially due to MCO. I just don't feel like talking to anyone. I don't feel like reaching out to my friends and stuff like that, but I would never wish death upon them. And all these public suicides and tragic deaths has reminded me that it's really important to care about your friends, to care about your family, to check up on them. To wrap things up, we are stronger together. We can get through this together. Things will get better. Don't give up. Have I said all the cliche things already? Don't forget to seek help if you need help. And thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope this video helped. Honestly, I'm not sure why I made this video in the first place. I think I just wanted to put it out there into the world, because I can't reach everybody in this world, but I would love to at least try. I hope you caught something from my video. I really want everyone to leave this video knowing that you are loved, you are cared for, you are important. I love you. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I promise it won't be this heavy of a subject. Stay safe.